Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, muscle car fans of all ages, all nationalities, and all shapes and sizes. Welcome back to the live show. After a little bit longer than our usual break, we're now doing it once a month. And this is the first time we made you wait so long. So welcome back. The shop is full of good stuff as usual. My back is getting there, so I'm going to be able to move around a little bit. And we're going to go see what's happening with Nick and the folks. Thanks to all the regulars who are here. Welcome to all the newbies. Look at all the good stuff in the shop. Oh, what's that, a Chevy? Hey, Nick, let's turn on your mic.
This is far from being a Chevy. Yeah. Okay. Hi, guys. It's Friday Night Live from Nick's Garage. Here I am with Manny and Tony Maverick. And we're just talking about a few things. Manny, what you up to, buddy?
There he is.
You're still in the books?
I'm looking to see what's going on with the fuel tank on this. The sending unit apparently isn't working, and it seems to be right there. So
It is. It's right.
easy to fix.
The fuel tank is underneath the driver's seat.
If it goes big.
No, you go with a big bang. Look at that. You know, you don't need a fuel gauge.
Just reach out.
You
And
just
touch
stick your
someone.
hand inside. You see like a dipstick how much fuel you
pretty
got
cool.
left.
I've got an extendable barrel that you can pull out further to fill it up.
Wow.
That's impressive.
We got a Jeep here from 1953, Korean War. It belongs to Paul, and he's the founder of the Legion here in Montreal, I guess. Anyways, this is his Jeep.
Not quite the founder, but he's a very proud member.
That's right.
And we're very
And
proud of
booster.
him.
And his whole family's been in the military.
Yep.
All of them.
Absolutely.
We had to do some upgrades on this vehicle. Here, let's start with this one here. Manny, remember last year?
Oh yeah.
We had no fuel going to the carburetor.
Absolutely.
So we had the fuel pump replaced right down here. So that was the issue last year. Then he drove it for the whole summer.
Yep.
And then at the beginning of the year, or should I say at the end of the year, you know, it was more and more difficult to get this vehicle started. It is a 60 horsepower four-cylinder.
On a good day.
On a good day. Then we noticed, playing around with the carburetor, there was, from the factory, no accelerator pump.
Their idea of getting this thing started on a cold day was pull the choke, and as it's cranking, you have to modulate it so you could turn it off just before it floods. So yeah, you could start it, but it's not, you know, as you're getting older, you want a few comforts in life, if we can call them comforts. Yeah. And an accelerator pump was called to duty.
That's true, and you know, and you gotta imagine the soldiers back in the day, what they went through to get this thing started.
Well,
I was going to say, this car hasn't exactly got comfort written all over it.
No.
This car is funny. You know those posted speed limits when you're taking corners? Yeah, you best obey them, because when I drove this home for our friend Paul one night, let's just say I ride motorcycles, and this was frightening.
This is a four-seater motorcycle.
It's very exciting.
This thing has no sway bars, let me tell you.
Yeah,
And
but it's impressive.
It is.
It gets along pretty good.
And you know, there was a big difference once we installed the carburetor with the accelerator pump. Made it a lot easier for Paul, and also a pleasure to get us started.
Yeah, it was much easier as far as the vehicle is concerned to run, because let's face it, we're used to just giving a little throttle and it comes up to life. Before, it was, if you didn't get it right, the thing would just stall out, and it was a terrible, terrible pain to get it like from a flooded state to clear and running. Now, Paul can start it every time.
And I wanted to say something else. George at Patat 2000 launched his new sauce, poutine sauce. And if you guys look at the packaging, there's the Jeep. Okay, and there's the Jeep right here in live, you guys.
Yeah.
So if you go to a car show here or a car show there, and Paul is there, there's the Jeep, and here it is here, you guys, in person.
It's
1953.
It's a really,
He's had it for a few years, and it is very, very remarkable.
it's a really amazing vehicle.
Did I ever tell you, did I ever say this? I wanted to buy a tank, not a Jeep. I wanted to buy a tank at one time. You know why? Now I got the parking spot on the back.
A tank.
A tank.
Okay.
What were you gonna do
And then I
with a
wanted
tank?
to, I just want, wait,
Don't ask.
wait. I just wanted to cruise up and down the street.
Scary,
But I wanted the cannon on there. I want a cannon.
Active or not, doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Just turn
Active
around
or
and
not.
say, "Ah, I got the turn."
Watch people run, right?
It's too much, too much.
Trust Nick with a tank, no problem.
Yeah.
One thing I did see on this, Nick, I never seen this before.
Watertight.
Watertight,
Watertight
What?
spark plug wires.
the spark plug wires.
Yeah, this Jeep was designed to
Unbelievable.
submerge in water.
And the distributor cap, the
Everything,
same thing.
everything from here and down is watertight. These vehicles were designed to drive in 4 feet, 5 feet of water.
Wow.
The exhaust pipe used to be on a tube, which he has it somewhere, and also the intake.
Wow. I could have used that on my Slant 6.
So, well,
We put a garbage bag over the
Nico, how are you?
distributor.
Welcome to the Friday Night Show, buddy.
Now, in my opinion, this is a better submarine than anything Canada has right now. So we need to make a few upgrades, guys.
Yeah. You know, but anyways, and it's right now everybody sees why we did the fuel pump, we did the carburetor. Right now we're fixing an oil leak, which is
That's right. Right
underneath
off
the
transfer case.
off the transfer case because you got fed up with the oil stains on the floor.
The fact was that he couldn't use the emergency brake
That's right.
because it was covered in oil.
Oh, flooded,
Yeah.
soaked with oil.
So
Give you a transfer case oil.
and that won't allow any traction.
May I ask a beginner's question?
Go ahead.
I noticed that the two parts that you guys have replaced, which needed to be replaced, they're awfully shiny and chromy for such a matte green vehicle. Is
Yeah.
there anything that can be done to make them sort of blend in a bit and make them look a little more original?
Spray paint.
Yeah, just
you
take
go.
some black
But-
black
But with the cover, with the hood closed, you see nothing.
But you know the way you could tell by the way they shine, it's not genuine to the vehicle.
No, it isn't.
But you know
Really
what?
stick
They
out.
do the job and made it a lot easier for Paul.
I can see you change these clamps here too. 'Cause
Yeah, we added a gas filter,
they're nice
fuel
and shiny.
filter.
Everything shiny is stuff Nick taught you.
Yeah, no fuel filter. So now we have a fuel gauge to fix, and of course we're changing the yoke for the transfer case because they've changed the seal last year.
And it didn't work.
Didn't
So
work.
We figured out there's pitting that can't be addressed, so we're placing the part.
There you go.
The other thing is, we do have the original pump because, believe it or not, the pump is rebuildable. So good old Paul found a kit, got it to me, got me the old pump, and we rebuilt the old pump so that he has a backup now, should this one ever fail. But
Yes.
not only is it a pump, it's also a vacuum pump
Yes,
to create vacuum for the wipers,
wipers. That's right.
unless you want to operate them by hand.
That's it.
What's that? The wipers
Viper,
work on
yes.
Vacuum.
Yes, on the mechanical fuel pump.
Boy, you really had to
It's got a-
work on
it's
this.
got another.
friend. Keep it
It,
simple.
it's got it's a diaphragm, and it's got one extra tube or nipple on it for vacuum to create for the wipers to work.
So,
Did you know that, Nico?
No, I didn't know that on the Jeeps, but
This
I
is
thought-
1953.
But I think you could also, I'm not sure if it's the headlights, but you could flip one of the lights so you can work on the car, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
Not on this one.
Check it out, you
No,
guys.
there's the
TP, tire pressure, 25 pounds. that-
either that or toilet paper, 25 rolls.
But there-
yards.
or- I love that what it says there on the hood. Danger, pressure and cooling system. There's a lot of warnings. So it
You know
keeps,
what? It was built for everybody.
and this is a 6-volt system.
It is.
Two batteries,
Yeah.
6 volt.
Is it?
I think so.
Built to be shot at, for goodness sake.
And survive. And it does a great job surviving my handiwork, so God bless it.
so basically, it was a lot of work to drive this vehicle.
Oh, it's still
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
good.
work.
Soldiers had a hard time. with it.
Listen, and there's people shooting at you while you're driving, so yeah, it's
Not much of a
God
protection,
bless
eh?
him.
But
Yeah.
I love how big the font is for danger, pressure, and cooling
You
system.
can't miss that.
No.
Then you can't miss it.
Wasn't Paul saying something about it being an extra high pressure cooling system? That's part of the reason it's so.
Well, does it say the pounds on the cap?
a lot.
How much? It can be a lot. How much heat
looking,
can this
I'm looking, I'm
4-cylinder create? I can't see.
It doesn't, it's not clear, Nick.
And it doesn't matter. But he doesn't have a cooling issue
Could
problem.
be 20.
So there you go. It's standard. Don't worry about it.
Reminds me of MASH.
Yeah.
It sounds
Mash.
just like mash.
Yeah.
There was a show on television, the Desert Guys with the 2 Jeeps.
Yeah?
What do they call it? Desert Rats? It was a TV show.
Yeah.
Desert Rats, I believe.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Desert Rat Patrol.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Anyways.
The Jeeps in MASH sound exactly like this one. When you turn them on, it's that same.
It's that wah. Yeah.
And running, they sound the same.
Well,
Same timber.
Anyways.
If you ever heard a 6-cylinder ignition system with the starter, that's pretty much what they sound like.
If only we had one nearby to listen to.
I also, okay.
What is that?
Anyways, I want to say to our viewers, if anybody's looking for a restoration project, a 67 Barracuda with a fold-down back seat, this might be up for sale by one of my customers. It's a 67 Barracuda, but it's got painted, but it needs a full restoration. He's got most of the parts of the car. If anyone is interested, give me a call. I'll have a contact with you and him directly, and you guys take it from there. 67 Barracuda. It came from the factory with a 273, and he has no engine to it, and plus it comes with an 8 3/4 rear end. It was a V8 car.
Yeah.
And it's got a long back glass.
Yes, yes.
Anyways, so if anybody's interested, send me an email at indieauto@videotron.ca. And then I'll make the contact with you guys with the customer. His name is Joe, and you take it from there. You know what's rare about this car? Fold down back seat.
Yeah, fold-down back seat for that area.
He's got the complete rear end. It's out in the back.
It's got part of the rear seat there.
Yeah.
Very similar to 68 Superstock.
Here's the front seat. It's a bed seat. It folds, and as you guys can see, it needs a restoration. I believe he's bought seat covers. I'm not sure, but he'll go into details with you, whoever's interested.
There's a long way to go, though, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to sell anybody to.
If anybody wants to work on a project like that, go right ahead.
Got to be pretty brave and ready to get into a big one with this.
The underbelly's all done. What do you think, Randy? Are you into building a A-body 67 Barracuda?
You know, as much as I love A-bodies, this looks like a lot of work.
It is.
And
But
we have
someone-
way too many cars to save here
I
for me to
know.
concentrate on one car
And I just wanted to say to our
by
viewers,
myself.
if they're probably asking, where's the black diamond? You guys, the black diamond? It's been delivered. It's been delivered.
Wow.
And the next car to be delivered is Jules Coronet. We made a video on it a week ago. So that's ready for delivery. And that's going to take a delivery also at the same time with Eugene's Charger, and they're both going to Texas.
I hope it's looking purple today. In the video, my apologies. Sometimes it was purple, sometimes it was black.
It's dark purple,
But this is a beautiful purple car.
or should I say deep purple?
Yeah.
Midnight
Walk on the water, huh?
Midnight purple?
Purplish. Purple light.
So, Nick, you're going to miss these cars. They've been with you for a couple of years now.
Well, Eugene's car's been
Especially
here for
Eugene's,
a while.
yeah.
You know, Eugene's car haven't been running for a while. I think I better get it started. Make sure the battery's charged up. Make sure the carburetor's not dried up.
Yeah.
Make sure the fuel did not evaporate, and then get it going.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy that one.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's going to work.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ask what's this vet for? This is just general maintenance. It came in to have the oil changed, just took it out for the summer, and also have the front upper control arm bushings replaced, which Manny and Robert did today. It's a 72 Corvette,
Very
four-speed
nice.
car.
Unusual color.
It is.
Nice. Originally it was green.
Green?
The owner told me.
Oh, okay.
Nico, did you ever go to Patat 2000 ever poutine?
Of course.
Great stuff, man.
Yeah.
We're going to be there tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Saturday morning breakfast.
Nick, something you didn't mention earlier, that poster behind you is an exact replica of the sauce
Packaging.
packet itself.
Yes, the
which
package-
is now available on Amazon.
That's right, you guys. It's available on Amazon, you guys. If you go on it, even in major supermarkets right now.
Yes, sir.
If not, we'll be coming to you soon.
Or if not, ask your grocer himself. Say, hey, why it's not on the shelf? Let's
Yeah.
put some in there.
Yeah,
It's really good sauce.
it is.
The best.
And it's no, you know, he made it for poutine, but we have people that have used it for other hamburger steak, roast beef sauce, and it's pretty good.
But poutine.
Oh, by poutine.
Poutine is good.
George
Manny?
was telling me, you know that sauce is 100% vegan? That
Even
is-
better.
That's a
Yeah,
vegan sauce.
even better.
Believe it or not. And this is sauce you can send in the mail because it comes in a little packet, dry. You just add some water. You can do it in a saucepan. You can do it on the in the microwave.
And he's a car guy.
I can't talk about gravy long enough, Mike.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We'll go for
Ixnay
poutine
on the
after.
AV grade, you're getting us hungry.
It's so good.
Anyways, it's all good.
And the reason we're giving him a nice shove tonight is because he's going to be supporting us in our upcoming
Yes,
party here at the
we
shop.
have a party coming up here, car show party.
Can't wait.
Meet and greet here at my shop on June 21st, rain or shine. We're all gonna be here.
Preferably
We're gonna have
shine.
some music, we're gonna have some snacks, and of course, George will be supplying poutine as long as supply lasts and for everybody, for free. So we should have a great time. June 21st will be a Saturday. And I hope the weather's gonna be good.
It will be.
First come, first serve for that poutine. I'm sure it's going to run out eventually.
Oh, I'm
There's
sure it
such thing
will.
as bottomless poutine.
Yeah, bottomless
But he's going to
poutine.
do his best to feed as many of us as he can.
Okay, that's
Awesome.
Okay, Manny, you're drooling over here, buddy.
Right now, it's like, oh,
You're drooling.
Let's go for one after the show. What do you say?
okay.
I'm going to put a picture of George's poutine on the Instagram tomorrow morning. So everybody check your Instagram.
There you go.
And make sure you're not too hungry when you look at your Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will be afterwards.
Manny, let me ask you something.
ahead,
How's the Cobra sound?
You know what? It's almost dialed in. It's just fuel injection has one major drawback when it comes to tuning, and that's getting the idle mix just right. Being able to start it and get it to run initially. Fuel injection after that is not a problem, but that startup, it's key, especially when you have a little bit of a wild cam in there.
It's got
So-
it's got a radical sound. It's got a radical idle.
It's not a problem. It just takes a little time to get to it. That's all.
Yeah.
So just a little tweaking.
Yeah.
A few numbers here, a few numbers there, and it'll be fine.
It's a loud car, man. Let me tell you.
No, it's not loud.
Nah. You're gonna get it running.
It runs at 11.
Okay, let's see.
Audio-wise, 11.
Okay, let's go. When it comes to fuel injection, give it to Manny. He just loves it. Wants to tune it, tries a few tricks, this and that, and there and there,
a little
whatever.
hocus-pocus.
Sorry?
A little magic, a little hocus pocus.
Little
The
mad
rest,
scientist action.
I'll be honest with you. FiTech builds a good system. It adjusts, and I go in, I make adjustments, and then it says, "Yeah, no, I don't like this. I'm putting it back to here." And it's like, okay, sorry.
Remember we had two big block Mopars on the dyno?
Yes.
1 week with a 6-pack carburetor,
Yep.
we had some issues. And then a week later, we had the fuel injection
That's
with
right.
issues. So both engines, we got them tuned, we got them running, but they were both a battle.
You know what? Nothing's worth
I
anything
know.
if you don't fight it a little bit.
Yeah, it is. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but sometimes a little easy along the way helps, for the
Okay,
morale.
fine.
And
Do
I-
it that way.
And yeah, and we have another car that just came in from Ontario, belongs to Ashley, right here. This 383 beautiful Super B, and he's brought it here. And I just want to show some folks that when you buy pistons off the shelf for a 383, you're 85,000 below the deck. And I want to show it to our viewers what I'm talking about. It's right here.
Is that with 191 compression height?
No, this is a compression. This is the one we did a cylinder pressure. We had a 145 PSI in it. Now my client actually is looking for more power. If you look here, it's 85,000 below the deck. If you take a wrench, turn it up and down, you're gonna see it's not gonna pass it. Right now, it's a top dead center. Not only that, you're also using a 40,000 gasket. Somebody's rebuilt the engine in the past. It has a purple shaft. We had it on the dyno. We pulled out 308 horsepower. So, we've done some 383s in the past. We want to pull 400 horsepower on this and more if we can. But then again, we have to make enough for vacuum for power brakes. He's got an automatic transmission.
The delicate balance, and like we have weaky and leaky.
Of course.
They all gave you a little bit of a battle.
383s are tricky. This is another one, man. You check it out. It's top dead center, 85,000 below, and it's got no valve release. So now I'm going to put another set of pistons, custom made, which are probably 20 below the deck. We might cut the deck, shave the heads, put a 20,000 gasket, bring it to at least 185 PSI, and hopefully with a better cam, with headers, we get the 400 plus horsepower. So, actually, if you're watching, we're going to work on it soon. Yes.
Perfect for turbocharging.
Yeah, the way it is, put a supercharger on it.
There you go.
Oh, by the way, we've got Ross. We got to start working on it. I should be getting the block back next week. It's right there.
That's a good
And
segment.
that big engine here, 528, that belongs to Ross, and with a big blower, 528 cubic inch. I'm just waiting for the block to come in. I sent it out to get squared off. Got the cylinders honed because it's a strange engine. Because he said the dyno tested it, but it came here, and of course why?
As the desert.
The cam is brand new, so they never really ran it. But we don't care. We're gonna start from scratch, and we were looking for over 1,000 horsepower on my dyno, and I've never
digits.
I've never had a dyno. I mean, I've never had a blower on an engine on my dyno. I've always had fuel
First time for
injection,
everything.
carburetors, turnarounds, but never a blower. And this is it right here. It's a 1071 blower.
And you know what?
Why?
It's gonna go like a beast.
Well, you know what? Here, it's right here. Ross 520 blower.
Yeah.
He has a whole four levels.
Yeah.
4 levels for him.
We made a special racking just for him.
Wow,
Check it out.
That's awesome. Nick, getting back to that 383, I have a question.
Go ahead.
What's your feel on the tolerance of cylinder pressure on these to run on pump fuel?
I run them.
iron heads.
I usually look you take my Kowalski Challenger.
Right.
I got 180, 185 cylinder pressure. On Petro Canada 94, I have no issues. When I put Shell 91, it pings a bit, and sometimes when you're going to turn it off, it runs on.
So about 180 is about where you're going to go with
Yeah,
iron
if you have
heads.
Petro Canada 94 octane, I would go to 180, 185.
Don't want to interrupt you, Nick. Just have my finger up for the next break. Bandit just wanted to say hello to Maverick. He says, hey,
Hi.
Maverick, to the
Hey.
Burnout King.
Yeah.
Burnout.
Bandit, how are
Hey,
you, buddy?
Bandit.
Bandit's with us.
Yeah. How's everything?
Sorry, I really stopped the energy there by
No,
putting my
there's
finger
no
in the
energy
air.
left.
No, it's all good.
I get
it's all
that
good.
question
You were
asked.
mid-sentence.
Listen, anytime you have 100, anything over 150 psi, as far as when you're doing a pressure test on these things, you're going to require more octane. That's why you see most engines that run at 87 octane, they're about 150, 160,
Okay.
and they're happy all day. Cast iron.
Yeah.
With aluminum, you can go a little higher.
Yes, we are running the original cast iron heads. And you know, like they say, you could bring up the compression if you could have a good quench.
Yeah.
Now, these cylinder heads are open chamber.
Yeah, there is
And
no
just like the
quench.
340, they're awful for power. They have a lousy quench. They don't have a closed chamber that would do a good, like you could have more compression with the type of fuel we use today, get more power. But with these cylinder heads, 906 castings, or the 340, like it's an open chamber,
Yes, it's a
it's a
big
lousy
chamber.
quench, and you can't buy too much power with it. For example, George's 6-cylinder is a better design. Come inside the engine room,
Yeah.
and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Guess what we've been working on?
Tom, how are you? Come right here.
He's the king of the segways tonight.
Check this out. You see this? This is a good chamber. You got your combustion chamber, and whatever is used in space is flattened out. And this belongs to George with a 64 Bel Air, our cameraman George.
There she is, fellas.
There it is, 6-cylinder. We're working on it. We want to get it together slowly. Of course, we want to put every piece on camera as we assemble it.
6 in
We,
a row.
we still have a few pieces coming in. So this is going to be my first 6-cylinder in line to be installed on the dyno.
What are you doing right here, Nick, with the cool
Well, we're
boots?
installing all new melling valves. I am checking your installed height because
Smelling?
thank you, Melling supplied us the valves, and I just wanted to measure the valve springs. I measured these original valve springs that came off the engine, and we got roughly not even 50 pounds on seat
kidding.
pressure.
Yeah.
So I've ordered new locks, new springs, and we are installing a comp cam in this 6-cylinder. And I'm decking the block. Why? Because I want to bring up the compression.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Now, we're not looking for crazy power. No. We're looking for 30,
Just enhance
40
it.
horsepower. You know what I
Enhance
mean?
it.
And of course, Manny did some bowl area work. He did the valve job.
Yeah.
He did a multi-angle valve job. And of course, you got the guides to put the Vitin
Yeah, we got
seals.
the guide so we can get a modern seal on there. Also, we changed the direction that we were going because we didn't have a high flowing intake.
We're not planning to. That's
We're
why.
not planning to so
Yes.
far. So we went a different route. We're not going to basically lump port it. I just cut back the
tower.
the tower that's in there just a little bit to give it a little bit cleaner flow. Very mild. A cleanup in the bowl area, very mild. A really good valve seat on there so that it seals and makes everything like hold pressure like it's supposed to. And with Nick's upping of the compression, once we have this thing assembled, I think it's going to be a nice little cruiser for George.
After all, we don't want to make crazy power, you guys. Don't forget, he's got a 3-speed.
yeah.
He's got a 3-speed manual transmission, and the size of the transmission is the size of
A bag of bread?
A little melon.
Yeah, a little watermelon.
And the
And-
diff isn't much bigger.
And then it's a manual transmission, 3 on the
Three on the
column,
tree, yeah.
3 on the tree. It's got a very thin drive shaft. Now, how much power you want to put in this little 6-cylinder?
We could.
And it's a big, heavy car.
That's right.
Let's add 30, 40 horsepower and be happy.
Yeah.
It's always just been a little floater ice cream getter. I'm happy if it can just get out of its own way.
That's right.
So
noticed
we've
the valves,
we've
huh?
decided
this-
that we want to get it done for
So this chamber is a good chamber.
Yeah, and the valves aren't sunk at all.
No, well,
I
this,
did a good job.
Manny did a good job.
Really good.
So apologies to the lump fans. We
Sorry,
dumped
guys.
the lumps, and I'm gonna take the blame for that because it was me completely unknowingly just went out and researched what do they do to sixes, and it was the first thing I found. So I just went and bought them without knowing what I was doing.
And-
but this is even better because Manny's had his hands, well, not his hands, his Dremel on all of these surfaces, and he's gone and done his little magic thing. So this is even better in my mind.
You
I've
mad
got one of
scientist,
my
Thank you,
favorites.
George. It's just like I said. It's not that the lump ports don't work. It's just we're not at a flow level where we're
Yeah,
actually
you
going to
gotta
use them.
wind it up to what, 5,000 or something to make
Yeah,
it work?
we're not going there.
At least over 35, $4,000. And this thing we wanted to move at like 2,500 to $3,000. So you really don't need a lot of air to make that happen. You need compression, and the compression will make it move.
Not only that, you got one barrel. We're going to start with the one barrel. And George, maybe in the future, might go to a 2-carburetor virgin intake. And then, of course, we'll go to a dual exhaust manifold. But in the meantime, let's get it running with a little cam, more compression, great valve job, and hopefully it should work good.
Yeah, and
That's all George wanted. All George wanted was a refresh to repair the blow-by, get a little bit more power, and of course that major oil leak at the rear seal.
The blow-by was ridiculous.
Yes.
Going downhill, drop a gear, and it was a smoke screen. It wasn't blow-by. It was a smoke screen.
So we got ahead of ourselves with like
Chong,
add
yeah.
power, make it happen.
And if anybody's asking where's the block, we've got the block coming in next week. We sent it out to get decked because we wanted to increase the compression.
Right.
Again, there were pieces off the shelf. It was about almost 50 thou below deck. We're cutting the deck 50 thou. We are not going to touch the head. We're not going to cut it or mill it. And then we'll figure out a good compression on that, I'm sure.
That's amazing.
And it's still going to look just like factory on the outside.
Yeah, and we're going to paint it with Chevy orange.
It'll be sharp.
It'll be
There's
nice.
Chevy orange right there.
Yes, it is.
I'm so used to seeing the other oranges in the shop, I didn't even recognize my own orange.
Yeah, this is Chevy orange.
is a lot
If you look over here, it's a more brighter orange.
It's really bright.
Yeah.
So this is all to make sure that George has a car to drive as opposed to
Yeah,
keeping his
poor
camera.
George, yeah.
No rush, guys. I insist that Nick's engine be assembled before mine. It's been waiting way longer.
They're going to go hand in hand. Trust me.
And
They're
you
going to
know,
be built fairly quickly. Don't
And
worry
guess
about
what, George? You're going to be a very, very happy person.
Oh,
I-
already
You're
am.
going to
But if
enjoy
you're
it.
not,
Already am.
let us know and we'll make upgrades.
Miles per gallon,
I
George.
got a turbo waiting for you now.
I also
And fuel injection.
And fuel injection.
now speaking of
Smiles per gallon.
no, now I just want to talk about what's up on Monday night. What's on Monday's video?
Okay.
Monday's video, you guys. We worked on the 340 engine from Long Island, New York. That belongs to Ben, who's building a Duster. He wants to bring back some history with his buddy Mike on a street car, a Duster 340, 4-speed car, building an engine.
That's a Google house.
He was looking for a certain number of horsepower. We ran into a little problem, but if you guys check out the video Monday night, and you see what we went through to get it fixed.
Don't miss it, guys. You're
Don't
gonna
miss it.
enjoy this one.
And you know, did we reach our goal of horsepower? Check out the video. You guys let me know. And
Eagerly
They're
anticipating.
going to remember Ben from his beautiful Hemi car that was on the channel earlier,
Yes.
about a year ago.
Ben has been here a few times. He's also come here with his Hemi 71 red Roadrunner.
That's right.
Beautiful car.
Anything with a Hemi.
It's beautiful. And anyways, so he's building that 340 Duster. He's going to make it black just like it was in the back in the day with his friend Mike. So it's going to bring back some history. It's going to be fun.
And reminiscence.
Right,
Because we're all getting older and
right.
Speak for yourself.
And now,
Oh, see, speaking for me, I can tell you, I'm getting older. Let me just introduce a little bit of a downer in the spell right now. We got to take the good with the bad and the bad with the good. Our wonderful friend Bandit let us know that his vacation time was a little bit used up this time around. Usually he's on the beach telling us something wonderful. Unfortunately, he had to spend some time next to his wife, who was in the hospital with a brain clot.
Oh my God.
Dear, oh dear.
wish her the
Yes.
best.
Wishes.
Best wishes, Mrs. Bandit.
wish her the best.
Yeah, that's scary.
And I was just about to say, are you in Florida again? So anyways, now I
She's
understand.
on the mend. Sounds
God
serious.
bless.
She
Oh,
lost
God bless.
her hair, poor dear.
Get well,
Listen,
get well.
as long as she comes back, she
Yeah.
recovers.
The
That's
hair's
right.
coming back, and Manny's got so much beautiful hair. Maybe he
You
can
can have
donate
some of mine, as long as you don't mind it being gray.
Anyways.
We're making jokes, but our hearts are with you, Bandit. That's
Let us know how things go, Bandit.
Yeah.
better soon. And thanks
All
again to
thoughts
folks
and
who
prayers
choose to
with her.
spend their tough times with us.
Yeah.
That's always so touching.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, thanks Scott Kovacs and the family for being here tonight again.
And
Thank you,
and speaking of 340s, I got another one right here
sir. Wah, wah,
that
wah.
belongs to Tom from Florida. We finally got the cam in today. I did not get the cam I was looking for.
Tom and Cindy,
They,
Tom?
Tom and Cindy, yes, from Florida.
They're in the chat tonight.
They're in the chat. This is their engine. I put the cam in and I got it today because the other one's going to come at the end of the summer, so we canceled it. We got a very similar cam from ComCam. And this is the cam that's designed for stock torque converter, automatic transmission with exhaust manifolds. We did the valve job again, Manny, porting the bowl area. We've also decked the block, milled the heads. Again, it's the open chamber, original castings. So this is going to be another interesting block, a test on the dyno. We're looking for 340, 350, 360 horsepower on manifolds only, not headers. And he wants.
Did you just say manifolds only?
Yeah, we're not going with headers.
thank
maybe,
you.
maybe,
Manifolds.
maybe you know what? But we saw the difference in bends on the video. What you guys will see on Monday night, the difference between headers and manifolds. And Tom will see it too Monday night coming in on Ben's 340.
Manifolds always seem to do well in your
I love,
bedroom, Nick.
I love exhaust manifolds, and this one is getting built with exhaust manifolds. But this is not a roller cam like Ben. This is going to be a flat tappet.
Nice.
That's okay.
And I love that both of these cars are bringing back the days gone by. They're both beautiful, youthful memories.
Yes, and I just want to mention I got another 340 that belongs to Randy from Ontario,
Awesome.
Brockville, Ontario. We've got him another 340 for 72 CUDA, cast crank, external balance.
Yeah.
He wants just a refresh, nothing special. I've got his pistons. I got his block just outside right there. So Randy, if you're watching, your block is next.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
Nick,
Boy,
if I could
this-
just interject for a second. Sorry, I interrupted you, man, but I just got to let folks know before the show even started, Mr. Joe Filardi sent his usual giant super chat. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Joe.
it.
He's not with us right now, but he's going to be watching later. He's out for supper, I believe he said. It's
Oh,
his
okay.
32nd wedding anniversary.
Wow.
So
Congratulations.
happy anniversary, Joe.
Happy
and we
anniversary.
just got a $2 super chat from PG13, the Bill Hound Show, who says a cup of coffee for Nick. So there
Thank
go,
you.
Nick.
Much appreciated. Bill.
Thank you, Bill Hound, for the cup of coffee for Nick.
And I want to do one more shout out. If I had someone who's a viewer that came into my shop, he just came here and he asked me if I know anybody who is interested in a V6 2014. Just let me tell you,
V6.
it's a V6,
happens.
not
It
a V8.
happens.
Now, someone bought a
Nothing
Camaro.
wrong with V6.
Someone bought a Camaro with a V6, and it's only got 14,000 kilometers, which is what, 10,000 miles?
Not even.
This is what he's got for sale. It's a complete engine with a compressor, power steering pump, alternator, starter, all the wires plug and play, nothing cut off, exhaust manifolds, complete exhaust system, the drive shaft, and he's only asking about 2,500 Canadian dollars. And it's right here. You can deliver it to me anytime. But if you guys are interested, send me an email. Then I'll let you guys contact him directly, and you guys take it from there.
But Nick has never seen this engine. Just
I've
the
never
morning.
seen this engine. So you guys, I'm just broadcasting and saying it as it is.
Caveat emptor.
Caveat emptor. We're just doing a sort of a public service to
Yes.
put this out there for
If
folks.
anybody needs one, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
we've never seen the engine. We are certainly not guaranteeing the engine.
That's right. So, you know, it's like the guy passing me the word. I'm passing it out to everybody else. If anybody's interested, 2014 Camaro engine, V6. It's a running engine. They took it out because they wanted to put a V8 in this car or whatever. So anyways, if anybody's interested, you guys look at it, you deal with it, and you guys take it from there.
There you go. Nick will just put the guys together.
And anybody asks, what's on the dyno?
What's on the dyno?
What's on the dyno, Nick?
Come and see.
Let's go.
Stay tuned, folks. After this dyno update, Nick's going to answer your questions.
Yeah, we're going to go read some comments.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Love those.
Oh, I recognize this one.
Yeah,
Big elephant.
Yeah, this is my brother's engine. This is the one we do R&D on it. And it's just an NHRA stalker. It's my brother's engine. We got it running just to idle. We haven't revved it up yet. We've done some few tricks. Well, you know, he goes by the rule book. So,
We apply the rules.
goes by the book. Yeah, my brother goes by the book. So this time, he used to run the car with cast iron heads. Now he's gone to aluminum. Now, is he going to make more power? We don't know. We're going to find out next week. And by the way, we rev this engine 8,000 RPM.
8,000.
And we've done it
That is
a
correct.
few times.
8,000 RPM.
8,000.
Now, is this going to be on camera? I'm not sure. That all depends on my brother. But in the meantime, I'll keep you guys posted to see what happens. But anyways, this is what it is.
He was mentioning to me today, Nick, that it might be okay to show it on camera.
Okay.
We're not going to give him the cam specs, but we might be able to show it running.
Oh, yeah.
And the tack at 8,000 RPM.
Yeah, 8,000. Yeah, 8,000. And don't worry, no manifolds on this. This one's got headers. No manifolds on this. And it belongs to an 1970 Dodge Challenger that he owns.
I love the way a Hemi just fills the room up in here. It's different when there's a Hemi in here.
Stock intake, stock valves, no porting. You can't raise the compression. You have to use stock deck height. Stock deck height on the pistons.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's not many modifications at all.
But it notices the front wheels.
And he also uses factory original carburetors, 1970.
Do you also notice that we didn't complain about the headers on this one? Because it's a race motor.
Yeah, this is a race motor. That's where they belong.
Those are
And
nice
it-
hitters.
Yes.
Pretty headers.
So anyways, we'll see that in the future. But in the meantime, stay tuned for Monday Night 340. Pop, 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 what we did over here.
They call it an elephant for a reason that
Yeah.
it's that big.
And
Humongous.
thanks for enjoying last week's Hemi.
Oh, yes. Yes. What else did we miss out? Did we forgot anything?
We got a lot.
I don't know. I'm thinking. What else? We talked about the Jeep.
We talked about
The Coronet is ready for delivery.
Yay.
I got to work on the drum brakes on it because we did brake shoes. I did both front cylinders. On this one here, it's got front drum brakes. And I just want to take it for a test next week because today was raining, so I'll save it for next week so I can deliver this car also. Eugene's car is ready for delivery.
Yeah.
Jules' car is ready for delivery. And now, guess what I bought today?
What?
I bought the plates for my car so I can start driving it.
Yay!
And the Hellcat and the Kowalski.
Wow.
So I
And the
can't.
Ranger.
And well, I can't wait.
Hey,
to bring,
don't leave the poor
I can't wait
Ranger
to
out
bring
of
this down. Yeah, my personal car right here.
This is a work of art.
Sure
World
is.
class, man.
Yeah.
Never seen anyone like it.
I just call it.
I love this car.
Of course, I know you do.
And you know what? I just wanted to say something. I sent out the block today to get bored out. My matching engine with the serial number on it.
Okay.
Now, at the party, I'm hoping to have the engine ready and put on display
Next to the
beside
car.
my car, and they're twins. This engine and the other engine that belongs to the car, they look like twins. They're identical, except this is a test mule engine that we've tested 102 times on the dyno.
Yeah, that was my block.
Yeah, so this block, now, this is what I wanted to ask. Would you guys put the original engine back in the car? Or would you just put it beside it, look good? What would you do? What do you think?
I don't know. I've seen this before.
I mean, it is a matching number engine.
Okay.
I'd like to put it back in the car. Well, we'll see what people are going to say.
Yeah.
Our
that's a good
viewers.
idea. But let's go back to a little bit of history here.
Yes.
Manny, you'll remember this. Back in the day when we had the Hemi Cuda, you had its original engine sitting in the basement, nice and pretty, with its original
Yeah.
transmission.
Yes.
And when you did all your
Yes.
racing and cruising around with the car,
Yeah.
you had the 66 Hemi
Yes.
engine. Now,
Yeah.
you did a wonderful thing for that car because you preserved it
It
in
was
case
just,
something happened.
that was just luck. I
Yeah.
put it on the side, I had another engine to play with.
Now, you know how thankful was that later on in life
Okay.
on that car that it had its original motor, which is very rare for him.
Okay, so what you're telling me is, leave this engine in the car.
Absolutely.
So I can drive it my way.
Yeah, it's worry
Got
free.
it? There you go.
That's why I would say leave the original, more valuable engine out of the car because
Yeah.
you're going to drive it your way.
That's it. So let the viewers give me the comment on that one.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what other people have to say.
What would
That's
you say, Manny?
Well, every time I did an engine, you kept telling me, put the original engine to the side.
Yes.
Build another engine and just put it in when you're ready, as opposed to working on an engine and having the car down.
Well, you know
In
what?
your case-
Well, let me see. Let me finish the engine, put in the dyno, and I'm not looking for horsepower. I'm looking for factory 375 horsepower. I'm not taking the block. I'm not shaving no heads. Stock pistons, practically a stock original cam, and nothing more.
Let's see what the people say.
The people say so far, first one, back in its home. Second one, save the original engine. Third one, put it back in, keeps it original, but what is it? Next one, original is the best way unless you're racing.
Yeah, good point.
But the way Nick drives is like you're racing.
Yes, I
What
drive
kind
hard.
of motor is it is one question. It's a beautiful 440 Magnum.
It is.
There you go. And
It's
depends
got-
on what your plan is, what you're doing with it.
It's got the factory carburetor, factory intake, just like the twin 440 is going to be in all factory exhaust manifolds, cam, hydraulic lifters, stock 906 casting heads, cast iron intake, and of course, the exhaust manifolds and the factory Carter AVS.
Put it back in for resale, put in a Hemi for burnout contest.
The Hemi, it's right here. This is what I like to do.
That'll win every
Show it on display like this here.
Wow.
This is what I love. This is another masterpiece. It's going to be for sale at the show. Whoever wants to buy it,
Ouch.
we'll work on a price. If somebody's interested, it'll be on display at the
This is
at the party
amazing.
we're going to have here on June 21st. And if anybody's interested, come and see me. We'll take it from there.
On camera is one thing, but seeing it
Seeing it in
actual-
live,
folks, this thing's a work of art.
And
the
it's got-
detail in it. It's
that's right.
unbelievable.
It's got a lot of detail.
We'll show
Oh,
you
yeah.
later. It's a little dusty right now, so
Yeah, anyways,
But
here,
we're gonna show
it's
you.
dusty. And it comes with the cam member, everything. Fuel pump, power steering pump, starter, wires, ignition.
watch the full video, folks.
Yeah,
it's like
and we have it on video anyways. 528 aluminum heads, over 600 foot-pounds of torque, over 600 horsepower. It's a flat top and hydraulic cam. And, hold on,
500 and how many horsepower?
500.
600.
600.
Just over 600 horsepower, just over 600 foot-pounds of torque with exhaust manifolds on pump gas and lots of vacuum for power brakes.
like
That
a
is,
baby.
that is something. And this is a brand new block.
It's all
That's
on
right.
camera, too.
And you know what?
It's all on camera,
This is perfect for
on
somebody-
videos.
This is perfect for somebody that has an e-body and wants to bring it to the next level.
Yes.
Imagine how.
Wants to take it to the moon.
Yeah.
And it comes with the whole package. It's going to come with an 18 spline 4-speed box with the piston grip, dry shaft, and of course the Dana 6354 e-body. All assembled, all the guts in it.
Nick, a couple of quick shout outs. Thank you so much for the super chats. Carl Reichlich. I always have a terrible time with your last name. Carl R. Thank you so much. $50 super chat. And Joel
Thank you.
Jenkins. He's here every single live show. Never misses one. Thanks, Joel.
Thank
Don't
you,
forget
Joel.
to go outside once in a while. Touch
Thank you.
grass, like the kids say. $10. Thank you very much. Joel says, "Hey guys from Pittsburgh, tuned in late, turning wrenches and watching you guys. Nice.
That's
He's
fantastic.
wrenching while watching. Love it.
A lot of people are asking me if I was going to be in Pennsylvania, Carlisle, in July. Yes, I should be there. I will be there. I won't be there with my car. I brought it there twice, but my goal is to deliver Michael's Hemi down to Pennsylvania, where I met him, and of course he's a big viewer, and bring his Hemi back home. And there was something else I wanted. And Marty, he's trying to find me. We gave him our email address,
We did it
Melissa,
earlier. Melissa put it in the chat again.
and I wanted to thank Melissa too.
We weren't
Thank you,
ignoring you,
Melissa.
Marty. We just get a whole lot of mail, and they're old email
Marty,
addresses.
that's
so
right.
We get a lot of junk mail too, so things get lost.
Where your comment is, just look below it. That's my email. Send me it. Give me your phone number, and I'll call you.
There you go.
And Melissa,
Nick,
thank you for everything you do, just in case we forget.
Yes.
Because sometimes,
don't forget Melissa.
no,
Melissa
never.
is-
Melissa's,
This is a darling.
she is.
She
Absolutely.
keeps our butts safe.
Yes.
If folks have some questions for Nick, it's about that time.
Let's go
We'll
read.
hop
You want to
over
read
to
some
the
comments?
questions
Let's
and
go.
answers.
Let's go see some.
Get your questions ready. Here comes the
Let me.
And I'd like to hear some of those comments about the original engine or not. You see,
guys-
the caliber of this car, it's great to keep the original motor on the side, in my opinion.
All I know is the sound of Nick's foot hitting the back of the firewall when he floors it is impressive.
Yes, and the tires cry.
So you're
for dear
telling
life.
me.
He's got a big foot too.
So you're telling me. Keep the test mule engine in the car.
Yes, please.
But then again, I killed the poor
That's just
thing.
me.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab a
Just for
bottle
our
of water.
anxiety
Let me get
watching
you one
drive.
Yeah. Just okay. George, where are you sitting, George?
I'll sit in this chair over here. You make yourself comfy.
Okay.
I'll sit up over in this
Let's read
corner.
some comments. Here we go.
I made it
Maverick.
through,
Oh,
Yes,
thank you,
sir.
Manny.
No problem.
Oh, I just have. Anyways, I just found
You
it.
guys sit up. It's okay.
What do you say? I like your outfit, Maverick.
Oh, thank you.
You're a dedicated
Thank you
Nick's
very
Garage
much.
Gotta look
fan.
sharp.
Yes. Yes.
Swinging. Thanks, folks, for
Well,
visiting
you're more than a
your
fan.
shop.
Yeah,
You come from the back alley.
that's right.
You remember the back alley?
Oh, yeah, I remember it.
Wow.
Best years of our lives.
And you know, I haven't changed one bit. 51 years, we're doing the same thing.
Nah.
What's
I
the
haven't
change?
changed. No, why change? I love what I'm
A
doing.
little bit of snow on the roof, but you're
Okay,
okay.
lost some hair.
Okay.
You know?
Still wearing the same size jeans.
Yeah, I haven't changed.
Actually, no.
Who can say that a month?
He's thinner now than he was back then.
He told me it was the same. Look at that picture of him in
No.
the white pants when he was.
Yeah,
in
no, no.
Canada.
The most I weighed was 182, 180, 180,
No.
180,
If you
180.
look
The
at
most.
if you look at
I
the,
never got back there, even though I tried.
That was
Yeah, I
with a
know.
full belly, I think.
Yeah.
if you look at that picture with you and Bob Glidden,
People think I was. I used to work out in the gym. I never worked out in the
yeah,
gym.
that's what it looks like.
Never.
Just lifting heads all day.
Cast iron heads and
I know,
trainees.
you and Hemis.
Yeah. I remember carrying
Fiery.
I never would do it again, but
Are you crazy? Remember we carried that engine out of the
four
basement?
long bolts out of the basement. Yeah.
Yeah, the Hemi.
Imagine a complete Hemi engine, 4 big bolts, 2 on one side and myself on one side.
Yeah.
We used grade 8 bolts as handles,
I
and
know.
we carried it for 25 yards,
Yeah,
26 yards.
And me, the idiot, I was underneath because I was the smallest one.
Never
trying to
again.
hold it.
God forbid, but imagine if you dropped it and you'd roll down the stairs with a Hemi. 2 guys in a Hemi rolling
Never.
down the stairs.
I'd be pancake.
We had a hard.
You'd both be ripped to shreds by the thing.
Yeah.
Oh my
And there were 2 steps and 2 steps, but to get up those 2 steps was a battle.
Unbelievable.
And the valve covers were just enough to pass through the door. There were narrow doors those
It was
days.
perfect.
Yeah. Did he ever tell you the one with the bar? He had a bar to lift an engine
Oh,
out of the car?
that was when I
And the
lived.
steps on each side to get up to it.
That was crazy.
The logs or the bricks. Or
The bricks, you know, here.
Yeah.
If the viewers want to understand what happened, let me give them a little detail.
Okay.
Let's take this engine for example.
All right.
This is back in the alley. This is the engine, short block, no heads, 3D3 in a Challenger. We had a chain and a pole.
Yeah.
So we picked it up. We got it picked up. We picked it up. It was a short block.
No.
But we're talking about, I was what, 18, 19 years old?
Where'd the pole come from? I'm curious.
The pole. Where they used to have a sign that says no parking from the
It was
city.
parking afterwards.
You know why? That was a solid pole. But I found it on the floor.
Yeah.
So I took it. Big deal.
Borrowed
clearly
it. You
finished
borrowed it.
I borrowed it. That's right.
That's
I
it.
borrowed
We
it.
borrowed it.
You repurposed it.
So this,
That's better.
so this is what happened. Listen.
Okay.
So we had the chain over. We put the long post. One guy on each side. It was Joe. James Buddy.
Yeah.
Big muscle guy, Joe. So we picked it up, and we tried to bring it over to rat support, and we couldn't go over to rat support. You have to lift the engine of this. We couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So we put it back. Then we went into my backyard. We picked up bricks.
Of course.
And we put the bricks, like
As a step.
as a step up and steps down. You know, the big bricks,
Cinder block.
6x6 cinder blocks. So we put them, this is what we did. We picked it up. Now, this is crazy. I'm hoping nobody does this, okay? We
Do
picked
not
it
try
up.
this at home.
No,
Only by
no,
professionals
listen.
will be insane.
This
Yes.
is all allegedly.
Listen, it's not a joke.
Insane.
So we built both
Steps.
steps on both sides. So then as we picked it up, we were walking on the brick every 6 inches at a time. Then we went over to rat support, a couple of steps, and then steps down. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
And that was a heavy engine. 3 short block?
Yeah. It's
They're not light, buddy.
They're not light.
Cast
No, not
iron
like-
intake?
No heads. Short block.
Oh,
Short
okay.
block.
Kids, don't do this at home. You can go to the Harbor Freight and pick yourself up a fair engine hoist for not much. Engine heist.
Or
Engine hoist for not much.
engine crane, whatever you call
There
it.
you go.
So anyways, let's read some chats.
And let
Yeah.
me just throw in, I missed earlier when Maverick sent us a super chat and said, thank you very much for your kind words. So again, get well soon, Mrs. Maverick.
That's right.
There you go.
Bandit.
Bandit.
What am I saying? Maverick. Sorry, Maverick. Bandit. Bandit.
Bandit.
Bandit.
They
Oh,
call
yeah.
him the bandit.
Thank you for
There you
listening to me, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What do we got?
Feel better soon.
Yay. Louis Katz. Same.
Where there is will, there's a way. Big in Bama. Where there's a will, there's a way. True. Mike McCann, hi Nick. On vacation watching you from Lisbon, Portugal. My 74 child had at your shop a year ago and it developed a bad oil leak. Yeah, half ago and developed a bad oil leak. Mike McCann. Oh yeah, that's a 74 or 73 Challenger. I remember. Yeah, he's from Ontario.
Goldilocks?
What kind of an oil leak did he get? Louis Katz. Same. I use the phone books.
Nice. Even better.
Louis Katz from Australia.
Nice soft
He's
approach.
from Melbourne. Yeah, phone books. Yeah, but today the phone books are getting smaller.
Yeah.
Louis is
phone
either
books?
up very late or very early to view this, I think.
We got somebody says cheers from Sweden. XXM
cheers.
4P and 3XX.
Nice.
And John McDonald says hello from Quebec City.
Hey, John.
Hi, John.
Robert's going to be there tomorrow at the Quebec City
Yes,
show.
he will be.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
Robert.
If you see Robert in the street, give him a nice pat on the back for it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Keep them honest, guys.
The Bandit. Thanks, Melissa. And then there's Dennis, hi, Nick, Akeeb, original. Wow, I just missed it.
Anthony
Find
Coach
a
from
set of-
Pittsburgh
here it
says
is.
hi.
Here
Hi,
is
Pete.
Boss.
Anthony.
Boss shall want to find a set of his own with a third generation Camaro 3Z, but I can't seem to find a pair. I don't know where to find
Get
that.
it.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Hey, Louis, where are you picking up your car? Hello, Nick, a crew from Scott and Angie Kovacs. Angie lifting device. That's
Yeah,
what it's
that's
called.
right. Yeah.
Angie. Hey, Nick from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, where is that?
We're getting a whole bunch of shout outs. I was expecting more technical questions. Try and
Hoping
stump
for
Nick,
700
everybody.
horsepower. Just Mopar Joe. He just completed a low deck
Why?
stroker, hoping for 700.
Here we
Good
go.
luck, Joel.
Joel Jenkins.
7.
Why do they call the 45 the Hemi killer when it's not true?
7.
Not in my books. Not in my books.
Wait a sec though. Why does anybody need 700 horsepower?
Just in case.
Nick, you have 700 horsepower in your Hellcat. What's it like?
Too much. For a street car, it's too much, especially today.
Wow.
Back in the day, in the 70s, not too bad.
I thought you were going
Today,
to say it's fantastic. It's the best thing ever. And you
it's
said too much.
it's fantastic, but
Kudos
so
to you,
many,
sir.
you know, I get to you know what? I get to use the 700 horsepower at 3 o'clock in the morning on the highway. But when you want to drive during the day, traffic, cars, people.
Hold on. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Closed highway, control conditions, professional driver. Do
Michael Formansky. Hey, Maverick.
Yeah, hello
You still
from
have the 73
Knoxville.
Duster? Yeah. Oh, yes, I do. It'll be here next week. Got a few
Say
things to
hi,
do.
Blinky from New Zealand.
Hold on. We have New Frog from Newfoundland. Hello. We have Keith Harris from Nebraska.
Minonakis
Tom
is there.
Cindy, hello everyone. Tom and Cindy from Florida, great show, thank you. Crew from coast of Gulf America, Big N Bama, thank you. Euro
PG-13
Babbitt.
Nick likes every brand of
Let
coffee.
me thank everybody here. Wait a minute. The bandit Nick Bike could have put the 528. Yes, I was thinking about that. Putting the 528 in a CUDA.
That happens.
I wanted to build a 70 CUDA red on red. That's what I wanted to do.
White on red, you said one time.
No, that would be the
Red.
Challenger, but a CUDA would be red on red.
Mike Formansky, the model builder, is asking about Maverick's Duster.
Yeah,
That's a nice car.
here's Manuel Malonakis. Greetings, guys, from Wollongong, Australia. Georgia 6 looks like a huge version of our Holden Red 6s here. Two was the largest here. George, join the Australian club, buddy.
Got a big engine? You're kidding me.
Euro
relatively
Rabbit.
speaking, yeah.
It's the smallest thing that's ever been in this shop.
And Euro Rabbit, Gulf of Mexico. Yes, sir. Hello there.
Nice.
What brand of coffee do you like, Nick? Oh, you guys,
All
listen,
of
we
them.
like them all. We got a lot of
Caffeine.
coffee for now. Thank you. Don't worry about it. We love all the coffees.
Boosted Maverick. Who?
Tux and Booba, thank you very much.
I think
Thank you,
that's
Tucson.
Tucson Bubba.
And
Tucson. Hey, it is.
It is Tucson, it is.
But I like Tuscan Bubba.
From Christchurch, New Zealand, Steve Dulek from New
it's
Zealand.
right
Thank
here.
you.
Wow, other side of the planet. Trying to give you your heart here, Tucson, but come on.
There we go.
There we go. Got it.
Louis Katz, yes, I'll be in Paros this, but not for long. But
Look at you.
if you want to meet me there or whatever,
Let us
call
know.
me for the
Yeah.
dates. I'll let you know.
Globetrotting.
It's going to be a short trip this year in Greece.
Okay, so see, Charger Dave has a question.
And for Bandit, right back at you, Bandit. Good to see you too. Good to hear from you,
Nick,
actually.
how,
See you
how
on-
does a lack
John
of-
McDonald might be here on the 21st. Good. Thank you. Go ahead. Sorry.
How does? Go ahead.
Charger Dave, Nick, how does a lack of a high stall torque converter affect drivability? I have a healthy motor but stock converter. Car's a slug that runs hot and chatters if I give it gas.
There seems to have a lot of wrong combinations there.
Well,
A lot of things there.
it's deep.
Bring it here. Yeah.
It's like if the car's got a wild cam and it's like you don't have enough RPM for it to get off of the idle, it's not going to have any strength until you get into the power curve. And the problem is it's higher than stock. So basically, that's why you need more converter.
And Harry says Christos Anesti.
Alithinoso Kyrios, buddy.
That's right.
Nick, have you noticed all the little hearts and things?
Yeah.
that are
Love them.
floating
Where they're
by?
from?
That's a new thing. People are hitting the reaction button, and we're seeing it in real
You're
time.
kidding.
Yay!
I didn't know
they
that.
love us.
It's
Wow.
pretty.
Isn't that cute? Also, very cool on the channel now on YouTube. It's been doing it for a while. All we have to do is say subscribe, and
That's
the subscribe
right.
button will light up in red. It'll hear our voice.
Okay.
Oh,
You
mean
light up the
subscribe?
button for- Subscribe. Just like
Subscribe.
So AI is
looking, I'm
taking.
looking.
AI
Hey,
is
listen,
helping.
it's okay.
Bossy,
ways.
the address is my shop. It's on the It's on our.
Melissa will give us the mailing
Melissa will
address
give
in
it to you
no time.
guys.
Yeah.
It's on. It's the shop here at the shop.
Hey, Bandit's
All you have
asking
to
if
do
I
is
could
Google
do.
Indie Auto and it'll pop up.
Yeah,
Not-
Google
There's a
Indie Auto.
Neil Revell has a 1970 Challenger convertible with AC top, banana yellow, and interest in rebuilding the Slant 6.
Wow.
We haven't done a
Wow,
Slant
we'd
6.
love to
Yeah,
do a
yeah.
Slant 6, wouldn't we, Nick? I'm speaking for you, but we
Neil?
never.
Louis
Send-
Cat says you should take
send
the
us
other
an email.
one.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's right here. It just passed it.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. The Bandit Maverick, can you do another bad burnout this year?
Absolutely.
So bring it. Do it with
Sure.
your Duster too.
Did
That's
you
it.
hear the question about the Slant 6, Nick?
Yeah, that's from
Send us an email.
Neil Revel. I have a 70 Challenger convertible with AC top, banana yellow. Yeah, I'd love to build that Slant 6. Yeah.
There you go.
Bring it in. Slant 6 on a 70. You know, years ago, somebody came here. I did not see the car. He's asked me to get a 440 to put in his car. He told me he had a 6-cylinder Slant 6 in his car. You know what I told him? Why would you want to take it out? Every Challenge has a 440. Why would you want to take out a 6-cylinder? I will. If you're not racing it, leave the 6-cylinder in there. And when I rebuild it for you, bring it here. And yes, I like to build because a lot of people ask me questions. Nick, have you ever done a 6-cylinder Slant or the Leaning Tower Slant 6 from Mopar? No, I haven't done it. I'd like to see one of those on my dyno.
We got to see a Charger with a Slant 6 in it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we
The
did.
young lady brought it in.
Yes,
Yeah.
you see, that was cool, man.
That was a
A
cool-
Charger with a Slant 6.
That turned a lot of heads.
And
It
I've
did.
seen one in Vermont, the same color, Slant 6 Charger in Vermont.
You're kidding.
Not far from here.
Tom and Cindy. Tom, brother, says he is going to see you in coming weeks. Stay tuned. We will see you in Carlisle. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, cool. And
I'm
Keith
missing
says hello from Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yasu, Nico, and crew. Roadrunner James, how are you there?
Hey, James.
Yasu, Nico, and crew, thank you. Metal Art Custom, where does it light up?
Where does what light up?
Where does that wasn't light up?
I guess when we say like and subscribe.
Oh,
What's that?
the subscribe button, which should be in red underneath the picture.
Oh, yeah, bottom right, no?
There should be a
Ooh,
picture
there it
of the
is.
subscribe
It just
button.
showed up.
Okay,
Yeah.
there it is.
Let me open up this window a bit.
We
At least it's doing it on the cut shows. I might have spoken too soon about the live shows. Why don't I see the subscribe button? Interesting. We're not seeing it
Manny,
on our
do
side.
subscribe.
something.
There.
Do
There it
something.
is. That's
Subscribe.
the other one. When you look in the corner over our NG, there's a subscribe.
Okay.
No, usually there's a red button down under here. Maybe try it on the edited show when we say
Okay.
subscribe at the end.
And let us know.
Yeah.
Leave a comment below.
I just think it's magic.
Ross and Gail, nice to see us. I'm doing better. Thank you for asking.
P,
Doing better.
P,
George as well.
Yep, my back is on the mend, slow but sure. Old fart syndrome is being overcome.
PG13 is asking you guys to see,
And Patricia, thank you very much. Always appreciated.
that's a cool
Thank you,
name.
Melissa and George.
The
for
Bill
all
Hound
you-
Show.
Yeah. George and Melissa. rock.
Patricia,
Thank you very much, Patricia. Much
Thank you.
appreciated.
Great.
Awesome.
great show, thank you.
Yeah.
Gary says hello to everybody.
Hey, Gary.
Hello.
Hey, Gary.
Metal card, maybe it shows up for, okay, yeah, they're not subbed. Maybe that's why. 3 things were too good, those were good, plugs, B, wow.
Oh, this is true. If you are already subbed, the subscribe button will say join, I believe.
Yeah.
But we haven't set up memberships on YouTube. That's something I was always talking about doing.
I'm
One of
still
these
all
days.
impressed by those
Yeah.
little hearts flying
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
corner.
They fun?
Mesmerizing you, aren't they?
Yeah, Candle,
That is
yeah.
cool.
They
Thank
give
you,
yeah.
guys.
different symbols to send.
Candle, yes, you need to replace the master cylinder, the one with the bigger reservoir for the disc brakes and the smaller one for the rear cylinders. Yes,
Correct.
Kendall.
Yeah.
He's
Yes,
asking.
please.
Yes, go ahead, change it.
Keep
You
it
have
safe.
to.
Technical questions, that's what I like to see.
Yeah.
If Dennis Weaver had paid the $12 option for the 318.
Oh,
Yeah.
terrorize him in the mountains.
Duel. That was a great movie.
$12.
That's hilarious.
George, look what they're saying here. Emmanuel says, Malonakis says, triple SUs or triple Webers are the favorite on our Holden 60s
Yes.
here. Ideas for George.
I love the
Yeah.
look of it.
We're thinking about that in the future. Don't worry. Thank
That's
you.
about as exotic as you can get in this part of the world, though, right? Triple SUs, you don't.
they got
see
some
those.
Remember, Australia basically
They
they
got some
run
cool
on
stuff
inline
there.
sixes, the Fords and the
sure do.
Holdens.
I'd like to see one of those Australian Hemis. They got some cool
Oh,
stuff
dude,
there.
they have some
It's a
nice
shame
stuff.
they haven't finished the Canada-Australia bridge yet, so we can drive down there.
It'd be
and check
cool.
this out.
That, ba-
Good luck on that one.
that bandit is asking me a question. What other cars are coming in after these 3 cars leave? You know what? I'll be honest with you. There's a few cars coming in.
Making room.
I'm making room, but there's one issue:
Which is
paperwork. Paperwork has changed between U.S. and Canada.
A little shaky right
So
now.
it's a little bit more difficult doing the paperwork. I've got a few coming in, and we're still working on paperwork. I don't know. There's also a fee from Canada Customs. I'm not sure yet. Nobody's
We-
very
we'd
sure.
hate it if anybody got hurt on the way back.
I
Or
know,
God
so-
forbid they take their car back and something dreadful.
And nobody's got the perfect answer yet with all the questions that came up with this.
No.
Paperwork between Canada and U.S. for a car coming into Canada, getting repaired, and shipped back within a year.
I mean, things change.
Yes, I know. So you know
They're
what?
trying to figure it out right now.
I don't want to say what it's coming in yet. Until and if they do come in, you guys will see them on our show anyways.
But if you're in Canada and you've got a car for Nick to look at, that's a little simpler right now. So give us a call.
Yeah,
We love the Canadian.
it'll
cars.
all work out.
We love them
Yeah,
all.
we're gonna get back to normal.
PG-13 has the bill home. What happened to the engine where you had to flip the distributor? That was crazy. Oh, that's a fuel injection one.
Yeah, yeah,
Flip
it's
all
all
fuel
good.
injection.
It's all good. No
It's all good.
flipping,
We
put
got it
back.
going. Yeah.
We just phased it
Did
out.
some
It's all
mad,
good.
mad scientist stuff.
Well, I followed the rules and they told me what to do, and
I had a triple Carter on my 292 Blue Flame.
George, you're getting on your six-cylinder, George.
Well, come on, a 292 Blue Flame, that was in the Corvette. That's a serious engine. Am I talking out my butt? Isn't that the one?
eh,
The Blue Flame? That was
the
the
blue
Yeah.
Corvette?
flame was the inline, yeah. But George,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of how much you want. We just have to upgrade the tranny and the diff, and then you're up to
There you
speed.
go, phase 2.
Guys,
You can add the dual exhaust.
Baby steps and disc brakes.
Disc brakes are higher than phase 2, I think. I really need those.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go there
The front
first.
brakes are a suggestion on that car.
Anthony's asking, have I heard of graveyard cars? Yes, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Times.
Yeah.
Will a six-pack work on a stock 74 400 work well? Yeah. Too much fuel? No, I don't think it will be too much fuel. They will run a 440 on a 340 six-pack also.
Remember
That's
those?
right.
Remember those engines scream?
Yeah,
7.4 compression. It really
Just
screams
just keep
power.
your six-pack stock. It'll work.
Thanks,
You have to
Larry.
get a 3 intake manifold to fit the 400, not a 440 intake.
Big thanks to Larry Friend.
Hey, there he is.
Larry,
Larry.
thank you very much, Larry.
Awesome. An
What's
old exec saw his Hemi in John Force's car. Who's John Force?
Drag racing.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Joel Jenkins, yeah, we had to get a faceable rotor. We had to do that.
That's correct.
Peter's wash shed vids. We got the pot of gold with Carmi. Well,
No politics, please, even though I'm glad you're happy with your pick.
Yeah. Well, Nick.
We try to keep
if
it
anybody could knock off
permanently
all the
1973.
tariffs, it would be great.
Yeah, Nick. Would an LS6 beat a Hemi on a drag race? Both
Why?
stock.
My brother has both of them, a Hemi and an
Oh, that's-
LS6.
Wow.
You know
Well, if
what?
a Hemi has good traction, but then again, an
Wow.
L.
Nick,
What?
have your brother's cars ever raced head to head?
Wait, LS6 what? The new engine or the old one?
I'd assume he's saying the 454 LS6. You know what? Those are one day. It's any given day. Like an LS6 would beat a Hemi would beat this.
That car with the better traction is
Yeah,
gonna win.
exactly. It's any given day.
Driver makes a big difference.
Hey, what's his name? Greg from California got his LS6 back in the car.
Yeah. How
Guess
did
what
that-
he's doing,
how's
George?
that going?
Guess what he's doing?
What is he doing?
Popping the clutch up and down the street the way I do it.
In other words,
Fantastic.
he's enjoying himself.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's what
Greg,
counts.
enjoy it, Greg.
That's it. You know,
With the LS6 cowl induction Chevelle,
so
four-speed
So
car.
that's what I see.
Beautiful car.
That's what I say. Remember Haruvin's Dart?
Yes,
we had
yes.
Haruvin's Dart.
Wow,
How many
that-
396 Chevelles did we beat with that
we were
car?
crazy with that.
It
Yeah,
just had
but
traction.
Greg's a 454 LS6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the Bandit, I don't know yet. There's still a dilemma between Canada and USA. And you know what? I got different stories every day. Every second day, I get different stories.
I call it
And-
dynamic.
And not
It's
only that,
changing.
nobody's got a straight answer.
No, that's exactly it.
I don't know why.
Guys, they'll
still a
figure it out.
negotiation.
We'll get there. There's meetings coming up, so you know what? We're hopeful.
Yeah.
We're hopeful.
We're not alone in this. At least it seems like the whole world's trying to figure stuff out now.
Yeah.
On this,
I like that. R.E. Manuel Milonakis. RE49 Charger 265 with factory triple
Webs.
Webbers. Runs low 14s in a quarter. Damn,
Factory
that's-
stock, yeah.
Factory stock.
Damn, that's fast for a
It is.
six-cylinder.
It is.
We got to get one of those Australian Hemis here.
Dude,
Jeff says, hi guys,
there's
love
a
it.
couple of engines
Watching
that
since the
we'd love to
beginning.
have
Me and
our
my
hands on.
girlfriend Laura met you at Carlisle 2 years ago, and we got pictures of you and Kowalski. Thank you for the great memories.
Nice.
Jeff, thank you, Jeff.
That was
And
a
of
fun
course to your
time.
girlfriend also.
Glad you got through the crowd to Nick. He was telling me he missed a lot of people when he was down there. 'cause
I
he was
know,
too
it's not
busy. He felt
easy.
bad about it.
I
It
know
is,
what's
you know,
tough.
sometimes you got a lineup, you got a lot of people you're talking to, but then some guys come with a long story, and of course some people give up because some guys come and tell you the whole life story, and I can't. There's a lineup, and
Yeah,
Johnny did a good job. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to move
you know,
in and out, but
you can't tell me your life story with people waiting in line to meet me and talk to me. Anyways, we did
I
that.
think a lot of Shire people too. They walk up, they see a big crowd, and they turn around and they walk
Yeah.
away. They don't realize that.
And you guys, when
Right.
you see me, when you guys see me, don't be shy. Talk to me.
Grab him,
Yeah.
especially when he's in the grocery store. He
Yeah,
really
yeah.
likes that.
Even though I've been there and done that.
Very good.
Awesome.
Bandit.
Sorry, Bandit.
Yeah, dang tariffs. Yeah, what are you gonna do? It is what it is.
66 olds, 425 high comp engine, has a base timing of 7.
Seven,
Ford
yeah.
Taco, do you find that have to
Have
bump
a-
up?
Bump to the base time of these. Yeah, why not? I would.
You
I
could.
would- yeah, you could. You could
On-
bump it up.
Yeah.
The more
On the
octane-
Oldsmobile, yeah, I think
you
you
could get away. You can get away with a little bit more, but listen to the engine and what
Well,
it wants.
right.
yeah, you know, keep advancing the time and see where the
My
engine
friend
likes
George
it
has
until
a
it
great
pings. Then when it
right
starts
on for
pinging,
sale.
back it up.
Let's start a
Louis
GoFundMe
Katz,
page.
I love that idea.
Louis, you are awesome, buddy.
You see this one, Nick?
No,
Louis
Yeah.
Katz, my friend George has a good running
Great
356 Hemi for sale. Let's start a GoFundMe page to buy it and send it to Nick at India.
Yay, we're all for that.
265
that
Hemi.
would be on the. You know that would be on the dime like as soon as it got here.
No kidding.
It would be too expensive to send it back, so we could put it in my Chevy.
Oh, there you go.
Put the original
That's-
engine on the side.
That's a legit move.
That's blasphemy, right?
No, no,
No, no.
Kind of.
Kind of?
Well, blasphemy from roadkill, yes.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
thing
They're
with the
different
6.
version.
Yeah.
Ed Nemiski is what color is that blue on the 340, Nick? Hold it right here. I'll bring it up.
blue.
Give me a sec.
Nick's gonna go get a
Turquoise. It's turquoise.
Yay.
Manny, is there any weird, different Australian Ford engines that we don't have here?
Barra.
The Barra?
Barra
Can you
inline
elaborate
6.
on that for our Ford fans?
Barra inline 6.
Yeah.
It's apparently a monster of a little motor.
Where
It
did it
was in
go?
production for a
Ed.
heck of a long time.
Ed, here it is, Ed.
Nick, you were gone for 5 seconds, and they started talking about 6-cylinder Fords.
Oh.
That's how quickly it goes to hell around here.
Sorry, George.
And there's your
Sorry,
code right
George.
here.
We won't do that again.
I
George.
apologize.
There
keep
it
it
is.
quiet.
Okay.
There you go. I'm kidding. We
There
love
you
them
go.
all. We love
It's-
them all. If it burns
It's a
gas, if it's
Chrysler
electric,
green or
it's all good.
turquoise.
If it makes
That's
it
it.
go, it's a good
Cleveland,
thing.
yes.
Part
sir.
number is DE1619. There you go. Made by Duplicate Color. That is the color of the 340 behind me.
Smells good too.
Oh, yeah.
Used in a well-ventilated area.
Yeah.
Next.
What engine is called the Iron Duke? The 4-cylinder GM motor.
Yeah.
It's actually half a Pontiac motor.
Half a Pontiac, yeah.
Half a Pontiac V8.
Norm is asking what happened to the teardown of the rebuild. Which teardown?
The rebuild.
Rebuild.
We've done a lot of those. You got to be a little more specific.
It went well.
We recently tore down a huge Hemi engine with a blower. That's going to be going together soon.
Oh, you know
fun,
something?
fun.
I'm just thinking of something.
What did you think?
What is?
What's his name from Ontario with the 74 Challenger? He has a major oil leak.
Oh,
He just mentioned at the beginning of the chat.
yes. I remember.
Countdown Dad. Me too. It was a pleasure meeting you in Carlisle.
That's right.
No, we didn't build that engine. I just remembered. We did other things. We didn't build that engine on that car.
Yeah, because
Anyways, you got a major oil leak. If he has any
is
issues,
that nice beige color?
yes, that's the
That's a
one.
beautiful
Yes,
color.
yes.
Yeah.
Cowtown Dad is asking
If
if,
there's the carburetor
Yeah.
for 6-pack. I know.
as long as the end carburetors are closed completely,
Yeah.
you should be okay. Just make sure that they close completely as far as the linkages are concerned, you should be okay.
That's right.
Look at that. Somebody
Louis.
thought of me. Louis thought of me. There he
There
is.
you go, Ford guy.
Louis, nasi
Yes.
kala, buddy. Thank you.
Yes, the Barra is a legend here. Ford XR6 turbo faster than the V8 XR8
Yeah.
Gold Falcon.
Ta-
Ford Falcon, yeah.
Okay, and how does that stack up against the Chrysler Hemi 6?
Tato,
It's good to know. I don't know.
Tato
they're
K,
all
long
Let us
live,
know.
Tato K is saying that long live George's Super 6.
Awesome.
That's it.
Long may she reign. I gotta tell you
2.5,
guys,
that's
though,
correct. The
that
Iron
car
Duke is
looks way better
2.5.
on camera than it really is. Eh?
Whose car?
My car.
Your car is
It's an old
looking
beauty,
good.
But, it's certainly no show winner.
Don't worry about it. We make it that way.
The seat covers are just a few yards of cloth that I stretched over and held in place with safety pins. There's like 6,000 safety pins in that front seat. So.
Okay, we're going to start with your engine,
Yeah.
and then we're going to go to your brakes, and from
yes,
there
yes,
we'll worry
brakes.
about the interior.
I'm not worried about the seat cover.
We have Ivan.
That's right. Well, Roadrunner James asking, when is the next mail time?
When I get a lot of letters.
It's very
James, I don't
slow
have any. I don't have much right now, so
down a little bit.
we can slow down. But when I get a whole bunch, I'll save them and we'll do the mail time, and it could be sometime in the future.
Okay.
We do show everything that we receive by mail on mail time. Occasionally, Nick gets something given to him by hand, and I always try to take a picture and show it on our Instagram, which is Nick's Garage Official. We've got a new picture on there every day.
Band-Aid, go with the 6-pack.
Sometimes a video on there.
Larry friend, look at Larry friend. All Magnum built Hemis now because all overhead cam engines are Hemis. True, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
good point.
Louis Ken, Nick, have you heard about the 4-foot heads totally redesigned to look like Hemi heads advertised in the Mopar Muscle years ago? Wait, redesigned to look like. Yeah,
think
that was the ball joint, ball rocker Hemi. No?
Thanks, Melissa.
No,
Can
I-
head?
That was a second gen.
I think what he's referring to is a valve. Was it a valve cover maybe?
I don't, Louis, I don't know which one that is.
There was a ball stud Hemi which looked
Yeah,
like
the
a big
ball
block
stud Hemi,
Chevrolet.
that's right. The ball stud Hemi. It's like a big block Chevy.
Correct. Or
hey,
Ford
hey,
Cleveland.
yeah.
Cleveland.
Yes,
Cleveland.
yes, yeah.
Okay,
offended.
okay. Mr. Ford.
You guys are just bottomless pits of this engine stuff.
This could go on all night long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This
And we're
cannot
having
stop.
fun too.
I have to admit, we got great viewers, eh?
Yeah, no, the
Here we have a
best.
live show every first Friday of the month.
And it's
Not
such
bad
a
viewers.
such a huge range of information. It's just
Right.
from
And the
big
hearts-
V8s to small V8s to 6s to slants. You name it, 4 cylinders. We got the Iron Duke on there. Man, they've got everything
And
covered.
we got some pretty cool characters.
You,
here.
they'll throw everything at you, man.
Yeah.
And then they hit us with the overhead cam crowd being all Hemis. Yeah, it's true.
And the Pony Express carried a postcard from Arizona show up yet. The
Wait.
Pony Express.
Pony Express, that's the Pony Express, man.
We
Mike
would've noticed that.
Outpost.
We would have noticed that.
Okay, here's another. Anthony's asking. This is Anthony again, looking for a Chevy Vega where I can find one. You know, I've always loved the Vega, and they were built here in Montreal, in Quebec. You know that, eh?
You remember the
The
cost?
plant
Were
in
they
St. Therese, they were built.
Oh, that's where they were
When I
built?
went to school in 1973, I went to the plant. They were building the Vega, Chevy Vega, and the Pontiac Astre.
Astra.
They were there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay?
Did the
19.
Vega have a notoriously poor engine?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
cheap
yeah.
four-cylinder.
Hold on. It had the Cosworth.
It was
four-cylinder, too,
like
at
a
one point.
sliced engine. It was
Yes,
a
that was a
four-cylinder.
nasty
and
little
the-
motor.
On one side of the engine, it looked like it was sliced.
I thought there was one that was aluminum and just couldn't
That's-
hold up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
That's
the
it.
aluminum block with a cast iron head. It was a weird configuration.
You know what?
Not the
I-
Cosworth.
no,
the
not the
Cosworth was
Cosworth,
aluminum.
but the regular Vega.
If
Okay.
if I find an original
Was fluid, I think.
unrestored Vega or an unrestored Ford Pinto, I would buy it.
I'd like a Maverick.
I'd buy that.
Ah,
Even a Maverick. You should
Yeah,
buy
I
a Maverick.
I like the Maverick.
I love the cars you're calling
Grabber.
out for tonight. Nick wants a Pinto and a tank.
I just want a Maverick.
Okay, a Pinto and a tank. That would be interesting.
You know what you do? You have the tank and the Pinto. You get the tank and you just drive over the Pinto.
don't do that.
You won't even
do
feel
that.
it.
You could
don't do
use the
that.
Pinto as the turret on the tank.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, Joel Jenkins has a good
Yeah,
point
yeah,
here.
Joel Jenkins. Yes, that was
guy-
aftermarket, not
The guy
Chrysler.
talking about the 440
Yeah.
Hemi heads is referring to a company called Stage 5 Engineering. They made Hemi heads that would bolt onto a wedge block.
Joel knows the
Absolutely correct. Yes,
Ah.
I remember now that my memory got refreshed. Yep.
stuff. Right on, Mr. Jenkins.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jenkins.
Yeah, and Keith Harris, there's,
Best
there's
viewers
no
ever.
paperwork to
Yeah.
ship something as a package. There's no paperwork, Keith.
Gremlin, the ugliest car.
The Gremlin. It's a half a car.
I know.
Wait,
I
why
know.
the Pacer was much better?
Yeah, bathtub.
If you do ship a package to Nick, make sure that you mark it as a gift.
Yeah, you guys.
Not as merchandise. 'cause,
That's right.
Sometimes we get stung with, it was pre-tariffs. What was it? It was just tax.
Tariff, tax, duties. Just when you
Duties,
send me
that's what it was.
something, send it as a gift
As a
or
gift.
$1.
If it is a gift.
Yeah, if it is a gift, whatever. You guys,
Yeah.
don't put a price on it because then they hit us hard with everything.
Yeah,
But
that's
mostly
right.
we're just happy you're watching. You don't have to be
That's
sending
right.
us beautiful things, but you do send beautiful things.
We got another question. Does
Nick, would you
Mo-
buy? Hold on, Nick, would you buy a fix or repair daily Ford? Kendall, you hurt me.
Look, I'm
He wants a
driving.
GT50.
Yeah, you know what? I love the look. I got a Ford Ranger.
Yeah,
Every
it's
light is
great.
on the dash, and the car, that little pickup, never let me down.
That's
Never.
That's
Manny,
entertainment.
I've gone
You're
home
right,
with Manny a
you're
few
right,
times.
you're
It's
right.
got every light on the dash, no airbags, no
And it
nothing,
keeps rocking.
and it never let me down.
We got all the classics here, folks. We got Ford Rangers,
Buick V6
Pintos, and
Turbo,
Tanks.
nice.
The bandit
Yeah.
is asking when I'm going to bring my car down and shine it in a week or two. And if you come by, I'll take you for a ride.
There you go.
There you go.
PG-13 says that Gremlin looks like a
on the
very
six.
cool car.
On a 6-pack instead of the vacuum activated.
Okay.
You could, hold on, Dusted One has a question. Progressive linkage on a 6-pack instead of vacuum activated. You could use a similar linkage to what was on the fuel injection, but honestly, you want to let the vacuum activated, just adjust them with the springs. You should be in good shape. We've always been able to make them work well here. So yeah, I wouldn't mess with that too much.
Louis Katz, how about this year, Victoria, 1st of July, police, if they see you do something wrong, now they send you an email to you immediately.
Okay.
Man, there's a lot of strict rules in Australia.
Robbie just answered us one.
Wow.
I thought Ford meant Ford owners recommend Dodge.
Hey, that's my line.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm not going to say no. If it's got a Hemi,
Right.
it's a Dodge, I'm in.
Yeah. I have a Ford Ranger 2.3 liter, very reliable. They were bulletproof, those things.
Robbie,
No kidding.
I thought Ford meant Ford owners recommend.
I used that line.
If it's got a Hemi, I said, I'm in. I will recommend it.
Yeah, he asked also earlier, does Chrysler have any G bodies? Referring to the Dodge Mirata was
What
like a
year's
G
your
body.
FG, that is.
Sorry?
Yes,
What year's your Ranger?
Dodge Mirata was.
Oh, that's a
06,
90
06, 2006.
If anybody has a slightly less abused Ranger that Nick can step into, we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah,
But you know, I like
First
this.
on race day.
You know, I'm looking
that
for
it was. That's my line. First
Yeah.
on race day. Thank you, Larry. You rock, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one. If you cover
Kyle.
up the letter R. Ford-
Found on rubbish dump.
Hallelujah.
We can go on. Yeah, that's funny.
That's harsh. Why are we so tribal? We're all muscle car heads. We're
That's
all
it.
motor heads. We should love everybody's car.
Hey, Maverick
It's
All right.
okay. It's okay.
I love them all.
Big shoulders, big shoulders.
I
That's
love
a
them all.
grabber would be good here, huh?
Hey,
A nice grabber green or grabber blue Ford Maverick.
Yeah, Torino, man.
Yeah.
Full size
I
Torino
love Torino.
GT.
70
woo.
and 71 are my favorite.
I like
Torinos.
that new
Fairlane?
Maverick truck. I want one of those.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
How about a
Since
Boss
we're getting-
9?
Oh, that's
I got
that's
original
dreaming up
decals.
there, Nick. That's dreaming up there.
I've got Boss 429 NOS decals I bought, I think 45, 46 years ago.
You still have them?
I still have them.
Yeah.
NOS in the package,
Wow.
a pair.
Somebody,
Yeah, Boss
somebody
4.
hears about that, they'll be knocking.
Wow.
Nick,
And
wanna
I
buy
was
them."
hoping to buy a Boss 429 one day, but
Countdown Dad, is there a preference, preferred 6-pack cam? Maybe a Bob Caracassian cam?
yeah, I go with Bob. He has a good cam.
He has a good cam for
Yes,
these
he
things.
does.
Didn't we recently have a Bob K cam in one of the engines?
Yes,
built?
we have it in Bob's 72 Blue Duster.
There you go.
We have it in this car, and it went well.
That was
Eh,
on the
we have it
Bandit.
on, and we have it on video also.
The bandit's going, Grandma Maverick. You know what? Must be a cool grandma driving the Maverick. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
no
going to
kidding,
say.
yeah.
Awesome.
Back in the day, they were throwaway cars, and today you look at them and they've got. My father-in-law was commenting on how the cars today have no style. They have no
Character.
character in
Yeah,
them.
good point.
You know, he was even in comparison to like some of the newer, like the Mustang that I have. He was said, "Wow, at least this car has some character on it." Imagine the old ones. He was reminiscing about some old Oldses and
You know-
Eldorados he had.
Oh, they were stylish. I remember somebody just recently told me that all the new cars look like baby shoes with headlights.
Yeah,
You know, all the cars
That's a
today,
good way to put it.
from a block distance away, it's hard to say if it's a Hyundai, a Honda, or a Cura, or whatever.
Kendall, I'm with you, buddy.
You go 2 miles,
Ford
we'll go to-
Ranchero would be awesome.
if you go back in the old days, 2 miles away, you can tell if it's a Chevy
yeah,
Ford or
absolutely,
whatever, and you can tell what model it is.
And here's the gripe: the headlights
sound.
now. The headlights all suck. Half of them are way too bright. The other half are shining in the wrong
Louis,
direction.
I'm with you, buddy. That 71 Ford Falcon, something pretty. Awesome car. Awesome car.
Right on, Louis.
Do I know Mark Borman? I know who he is, but I never spoke to him. And he runs graveyard cars.
I
That is
bet
for
you
sure.
two would have a very interesting supper conversation.
I'd like to
if you
meet
were
him.
able to sit
I'd
down
like to
together
meet
for
him.
A few hours. That would be cool.
Fold over redirections.
Mark, if you're ever in
You know what?
Montreal,
It's
come on
just
over.
pretty
We'll
good.
buy you a steak.
Yeah, Mark.
yeah.
And I'll take you for a ride to show you how I test the cars for my customers.
Put your belt on.
Yep. Put your seatbelt on.
That's cool. I never heard of that one. Fold over and redirections. That's a first.
That is new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I the one that's
Dodge
backwards.
Rampage. Dodge Rampage. You remember that one? That'd
There's
be a
some
cool
great
little
ads.
car. A 2.2 4-cylinder
Yeah,
front
yeah,
drive.
yeah.
It was
Pickup
an
truck in the
Omni,
back.
right?
That's right.
Yeah,
It was an
an
Omni
Omni.
front-wheel little drive
Ooh,
car.
Yeah.
Hold on, Bandit, the 429 Torino. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that's-
With a
yeah.
4-speed top loader. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm getting shivered.
You know what
With
the
the
Ford,
nine- nine
you know what
iron
Ford
rim.
backwards is? Driver returning on foot.
Oh boy.
My first car was a 1974 Ford van,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Ironside.
window van. Not
You
a
know what?
panel.
They're all good. They're all good.
Great little van. It used to
That
be
was a
a
very
Canada
popular
Post truck. Many,
Yeah.
many, many millions of miles on it.
I remember
the
the Ford
Ford
Probe. I remember the Ford Probe. I
That
remember.
was a Mazda.
Yeah, well,
Let's
I
just call
remember
it
that
Mazda.
car.
We used
My
to call
neighbor
it the
had
anal
one.
probe.
You know what? The
Sorry,
GT actually, the Probe GT actually looked nice. It had some sharp lines to it. You know, it's like it looked muscular, but it's like wow. Fiat, fix it again, Tony. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
429 next to a Dodge Champ. Oh boy.
Laugh out loud. Joe Fernardi's
Joe's
back.
back. Thanks for your super
Joe.
chat at the start, Joe.
He's back.
Joe, you gave the wife
Semi
a
Le
whole
Mans.
45 minutes on the 32nd anniversary? Come on. I hope you're going to go back to her after the show.
Yeah.
Cut scores are gonna hit right
And
now with
happy
the economy.
anniversary, Joe.
Happy anniversary.
And
That's-
Mrs. Joe.
Some cars are getting a hit, yeah. Some cars are.
Yeah.
Georgia Day.
Pontiac Le Mans.
Larry Friend, I want a 66 Ford
Understand.
Mustang 2+2 GTK code with a Borg 1 or T10 factory. Wow,
T10.
that's a nice car.
That's a good
66.
question, Bandit. What is next on the dyno?
What's next on the dyno? I got my brother's Hemi, and after that, I
had
believe,
one.
if everything goes well, I don't have any dates yet, the Tom and Cindy's 340. But if I do, I will give you guys an update before I put on the dyno, see where we stand, because I know you want to be here in town when I run it on the dyno.
Nice.
But in the meantime, wait, I'm not done yet. I'm still waiting for that 69
Plymouth
intake
Laser.
manifold
Oh,
and
boy.
69 automatic carburetor.
Robbie's back. It's like Plymouth Laser. Ooh,
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
pulling your leg.
that's pretty well. Cool name.
PG-13 wants to see a 6 on the dyno. Yes, as soon as we finish George's engine, it will be on the dyno, and it will be on the video.
Hell or high water. Not going to let Nick get away without dynoing that one.
Oh, yeah. 6 big cylinders
Let her
with
rip.
a little carburetor.
Yeah, we've had a Corvair that we worked on in here, eh?
Corvair,
Somebody said,
yes,
remember
with
the
4
Corvair?
carburetors.
Yeah.
4-cylinder.
Uh,
You're welcome,
4 or
Bandit.
6?
Hey,
Was it a 4 or 6? Flat 6 or the Corvair? Sorry. I don't
Wait.
remember.
Hello to
66.
Corvair Wild,
66.
Yeah, but was it?
It was
flat 6 or
no, it was a 4-cylinder. I forgot the name of the car.
Corvair?
Corvair with the 4 carburetors.
Plymouth Laser.
No, I
I'd forgotten that
forgot.
one.
It's okay.
It was a name for it. Corvair something. I don't remember. 66 or 67.
84 Laser Turbo. Wow, there's a apex of automotive industry. Right.
You missed the Black Diamond.
Wow.
The Plymouth Sapporo. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was, the sister car was they called it a Challenger in '78.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was made in Japan.
They named the Plymouth after beer? Or
Yeah.
I guess it's a different thing. It's
Yeah,
the
they're-
town of Sapporo.
The Monza. Yeah, there was that too. Holy cow. That brings back some memories.
There's
We-
Remember,
We've built
two Mavericks
with a
302
390
Yeah.
396 goes
Keith.
6 grand.
with a 36 grand.
Once.
If you got good valve springs, good rods, yeah, it will.
It'll do it once for sure, but is it repeatable?
You know what, guys? It all comes down to how much money you spend on the internals. If you get everything right internally, it'll turn to 6.
The key to it is very light components.
And
Mitsubishi
good balancing.
Starion.
Yeah,
Wow.
the Starion. Yeah.
Nice.
Maverick was a 200 straight 6. Yes.
Remember the Ford
Two-speed, oh my
Taurus?
God.
Yeah, I remember that.
Owned
Ed.
one.
Yeah,
I owned
Ford car owned was a Ford Taurus. We used to have,
I had
them at Avis.
My first 4-door was a Taurus.
Remember the RoboCop
No, the
spray
second
painted
one.
Tauruses?
Wow.
Yeah, no, my second one was Taurus.
It was
First one was a
Mitsubishi
4-door
motor.
Mercury.
It was a Mitsubishi motor. Morale is right.
Yep.
The Honcho.
Dodge Stealth. Wow.
More
With the
Dodge
flat
Dodge
windows.
Stealth, yeah.
Oops, 3-speed auto. Yes.
Has Joel has
Grabber
asked,
Mavericks. Yeah,
has
there were Grabber Mavericks too.
Stefan has picked up his
snorkel
Black
ones,
Diamond. Yes, he has last Saturday, and he probably might have it here on the show on the June 21st. Have it here on display for everybody to see it.
Awesome. That car is just sickening. It's just so friggin' good.
And then, of course, you had the Dodge Stealth. Yeah, it was a good looking car. The concept was nice. I've actually driven one. It was good, but where are they now?
You don't see
Mitsubishi
them.
V6 sideways. It was like, yeah.
Was that the one with the little half windows, the little slidey window?
No, these one actually had full windows, but it was curved. It looked like a Viper
Subaru.
almost.
Tom,
Yeah,
Cindy,
Subaru
I'll
had
let you
it.
know. Don't worry. I'll let you know.
Was it a sister car to the Stealth or something?
No,
Why am I
but
getting Stealth vibes from that Subaru?
it's okay because the name is cool.
Hello, Pat Ross.
Because it was a million years ago.
Hey,
with
Pat.
more dusty head.
Do they impound your car in Canada like Australia for
No.
fooling around?
Not
No,
No.
Louis, they don't.
Not right away, at least.
No. You know how many burners I've done here in my street?
No. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh,
I saw a story in our recent media here locally. Somebody
Yeah.
was caught doing over 200 kilometers
Yeah.
over the speed limit.
over, yeah, that's 300.
Over?
That's 300.
Wow.
200
That's
over.
300 kilometers an hour.
Or he was doing 260 in a 50 zone, God forbid.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was going far too far. But they didn't throw him in jail. They didn't take his car. I think they took his license
Yeah, for a week.
for a short.
Like
What
a
we
week
did
or
in
something.
but he
that-
got an enormous fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
what would happen in
4,000,
Australia?
A couple of $1,000s.
I don't know.
Oh no, you burn the tires in Australia, you're toast.
Yeah, just
They take
break
your
the-
car.
Smoke the tires.
They
You
take the
just
car?
They
slide
take
them a
it-
little
Oh,
bit.
boy.
They
Wait.
squeal a bit as you go around a corner a bit too fast. That's braking traction. That's a ticket. They're
I heard that they
severe.
crush your car on the second offense
Are you
if you
serious?
burn out tires on a public
Wow.
street.
But as a result, they now have these burnout contests in control of the areas with barricades and stuff, where they get all that energy out in front of a crowd.
Well, I don't
and
blame-
It's craziness.
I don't blame the car enthusiasts if they do it that way.
Louis says that they pound the car for 3 months. There goes your summer.
That's
And then second or third time they'll crush it. I hear.
And
Third
Morale
offense
says
crushed.
they pay you no attention in Atlanta.
Third offense gets your car crushed. Doesn't matter.
Wow,
what you're driving.
third offense, you get your car crushed.
$1 million car doesn't matter.
Come
It's a
on.
cube.
What person would allow the government to take your car and crush it? You know what I would do? If they would do that to my car,
You'd
I'd
move out
find
of Australia on the second offense.
I'll go find 5 government cars in Australia and I'll break them up.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. If they crush
Allegedly,
my car,
guys.
Allegedly. Do not try this at home. There are other ways to protest your government and make change happen.
once you crush your car, man. Oh
Yeah.
no.
A couple of years ago, a Ferrari got crushed.
Ferrari got
That's
crushed.
okay. It's just a Ferrari. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
As long as it isn't a Dodge.
It wasn't a Hemi.
That's crazy.
Dear,
Well,
oh
maybe
dear.
it was.
Do they publicly do this, like hanging people in the town square? They could
Oh,
sell
yeah.
tickets to the crushings.
Speed recklessly virtually any time in Atlanta.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, they do a lot of street takeovers
I like
there.
moral platitudes.
Please
I
don't
like
do
the
it
way-
in the street, folks. The driving you see us doing on camera here, we always try to do it at the end of a business day or on a day that isn't a business day. And we're on a dead end, and we're in an industrial zone next to a prison. You couldn't get a much quieter area after folks go home.
Right.
And Nick knows what he's doing, and he's testing the cars. It's not all for fun. Sorry to be such a stick in the mud, but please be careful, folks.
No mercy, Louis says. No mercy in Australia.
I hope they just build you guys lots of tracks so you can get it all out every weekend.
You know the big burnout you did with your Magnum?
Yeah.
That would have been offense number 1.
They would have put you in jail with the
kidding,
crusher.
no
They
kidding.
would have called that a triple offense.
Yeah.
The first 10 seconds of the burnout were your first offense. The next 10 seconds
God.
of your burnout.
Yeah.
Wow.
What am I working on? Bandit, other than the Cobra that needs a little tweaking, my cars are coming out soon, so it's like I'm just having fun with them and letting the kids have fun with them, and working on EcoBoost 4 at home and whatever Nick throws my way up here. So you can't even imagine what we're working on. There's stuff coming in every day.
We got a
So
cool
we're having
little
fun.
peek of Manny's fuel-sipping Mustang in the last video when it was cruising in behind.
Just hiding in behind. Yes.
Yeah. Fuel sipping.
Fuel sipping. EcoBoost, man.
Wow.
Four
That thing
cylinder.
gets some good mileage.
Yes. And it scares a few people. too.
Wow.
It's got a
It's
hair
still a
dryer on
Mustang.
it, right?
That's right.
There's so much. This could go on forever.
Oh my God.
We have
Anyways,
a nice long show today.
Yeah.
Do you have a dome 4-barrel for poly 318. You know, that's
Poly
that-
318.
Those poly 318s, from what people have told me, it should have been developed. It had a really good valve arrangement.
Well, they don't have it.
A
It was.
symmetrical engine like a Hemi. I think exhaust like
know,
Ford
I know.
Windsor.
But and they're not. They're it's a good engine, but they're not common
Bandit's
here.
saying we have to wait for a month now. Yes, but George is putting out videos constantly. So, you know what, guys? Send us a message, send us an email. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you think. Any comments? You know, we try and get back to our viewers. So, guys, we're here, and let us know what you think.
Yeah. And I want to thank
And don't
everybody.
forget to like and subscribe.
Okay,
Sorry, I threw it in.
that's okay.
Hopefully, it'll show up somewhere.
It will. It
And
will.
peace, love, and muscle cars, and don't worry about the tariffs that came into the discussion tonight. It's
That's
all
right.
good. We're all
We'll
love. It's
figure it out.
permanently 1973 here at Nick's Garage.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
I wish I could make the paperwork easier when I bring cars back and forth. But anyways, we'll fix that up in the future. And in the meantime, let me thanks, of course, you beat me to it. I want to thank Melissa, all our viewers, all our customers, our patron supporters,
Thank you, customers.
and everybody's watching us here tonight. And I want to thank you guys too, and George.
Great to be
Feel
here.
better, Mrs. Bandit.
There you go. And I hope Mrs. Bandit gets well.
Yes.
Gets better. All right.
So,
Thanks for watching us here.
Just a quick reminder, we're doing these on the first Friday of the month now, so it won't be in 2 Fridays. It's
Every-
going to be the first Friday of the month.
There it
we'll
is.
See you then.
Okay, guys. See you then.
Great.
Take
Good
care.
night, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.